Hello there guys, and welcome to another video. This is a slightly different one. We are going to go over my new pickups, and I recently got some new games from the July sale and the summer sale on the PlayStation Store, and we're going to go through some of them today. I think it's roughly 20 games, 20 plus games we'll be going over, and yeah, I want you to come and join me. Let's go. So as you can see, I'm going to start off with these 4 games here, starting with Risk of Rain 2 and then ending with the SpongeBob game. These 4 games are just already installed. They're quite smaller games in nature, so it's not taking up too much space on the old storage on my base PS4. So yeah, Risk of Rain 2, this was only a couple of quid. I know the first game is kind of like a side-on 2D game, and with Risk of Rain 2, they've went a slightly different way, and it's more 3D, kind of arena-based. I'm pretty sure it's arena-based. Maybe with like waves of enemies or hordes. It's like a survival game. That's all that I know, really. I'm going to go into this game blind. I know that Risk of Rain is meant to be very good. So yeah, and I got that for a couple of quid. The trophies as well, they look doable. I should say this right now, that with every game that I'm showing you today, I have factored in the trophies. Some trophies will be much easier than others, and some might be extremely difficult. I just want you to know that I have factored that in. So Hunt Down is like a wee little shooting kind of game, side on 2D. It's like Broforce in a way, and I'm sure it's got a bunch of 80s references and all of that. I think it's going to be a very similar game to Broforce. I think the difficulty will be here as well. I think it's meant to be quite a difficult game, especially on the higher difficulties, so very similar to Broforce. So yeah, I enjoyed Broforce, and if this game is anything like it, then that's amazing. The art style is gorgeous. I watched the trailer, and the art looks really cool. So yeah. Beautiful Desolation. I only got this for a couple of quid. These two games right here, only for a couple of quid. Beautiful Desolation. This is a very different game to what I'm used to. This is a point and click game. It's a point and click adventure game. It's set in like a futuristic Africa, I'm pretty sure. That's all that I know of the game, and it's a gorgeous game. The art direction is really, really cool as well. So and the trophies, they don't look too bad. I've not actually looked at a guide for this game, but I think it's doable. I think they're all doable. Most of them are like collectibles and story related, I'm pretty sure. So yeah, it's gonna be a wee little fun game. Now this one, SpongeBob Battle for Bikini Bottom Rehydrated. This is a really nostalgic game for me. I used to play this back on the PS2, and yeah, what a game, man. What a game. This is probably one of the best cartoon games. Like cartoon tie-in games. And it's also a 3D platformer in line with Super Mario 64. And it's just a great game. It's just a great game. I wonder how they've managed to do the remake, so Rehydrated. I actually don't know if it's technically a remaster or a remake. It looks more like a remake. But yeah, no, it's just gonna be really cool to revisit this childhood game of mine. So we've went over the new games that are already installed. We are now going to go into my library, where we will see some games that I've not installed yet. So let's go. Now this is where a good chunk of my new games are in my library. Let's start off with Persona 5 Royal. I think I got this game just before the July sale actually, but nevertheless, as soon as I completed Persona 5, I went out of my way to buy Persona 5 Royal. I want to replay Persona 5 again, and I want to play the Royal version. There's meant to be additional content, new story. I think there's going to be about 20 more hours of playtime. That's new. Amazing stuff. Yeah, it's just a phenomenal game, and I had to buy it. So yeah, I think that was about like maybe 15 or 20 pounds. I actually can't remember now. It's been a while since I bought it, but yeah. Honestly, that's like it's an extremely high recommendation. Yeah, and I think Royal is meant to be basically the definitive version of Persona 5. They have fixed a few things, so yeah. I'm not gonna go over this game, Naruto to Boruto. I just got this through PS Plus. I will also be going over the PS Plus games that I've claimed, in addition to the ones that I've actually bought. But yeah, Naruto to Boruto, I just claimed this on a whim. I looked at the gameplay after I claimed it, and I looked at the trophies, and both just look bad. The trophies look a bit grindy, and I don't necessarily mind a grind if the gameplay is really fun, but this gameplay looks not great. So, and I don't have much attachment to Boruto. I do have attachment to Naruto, and you'll see that later on in the video. I might have a Naruto game coming up. Dangerous Scavenger, I'm not going to talk about this game because I've already talked about this on, I think, 2 separate videos. But to quickly mention something about this game, it's a twin stick shooter, and I got this for under £1. So, and it's actually it's just a really fun game. Age of Wonders, Planetfall. This is like it's almost like a grand strategy game, kind of like Civ. I'm kind of unfamiliar when it comes to this type of genre, but I really liked XCOM. I really like XCOM, and I really like games that have base building within them. So, for instance, Command and Conquer, and back in the day, you had games like Dawn of War, so like the Warhammer strategy games. Yeah, so like I am into that kind of stuff. This is like a mishmash of all of those. I'm just basing that off what I've seen. And yeah, this is going to be one of my bigger games that I do. I'm probably going to start playing this game when I've finished XCOM 2, because I wouldn't want to do a lot of strategy games all at the same time. So yeah, I'm saving myself for this one, and I have actually bought, I think it's the season pass, or it was like the deluxe version of the game, and that was, and that was a good price. So I've actually got all of the DLC for this game as well. So potentially, when I do this game, I might not only do the platinum, I might do the 100%. If I really, really enjoyed the game, then I'll do the 100%. And if it runs well, if it runs anything like XCOM 2, where there's like a lot of crashes and a lot of slowdown, I might not bother with the 100%. I might play a little bit of the DLC, but we'll see. Crash 4, oh my gosh. When I saw this game on PS Plus, I instantly got it. I've been meaning to buy this game for such a long time, but I've just been putting it off. I was wanting it to be at a particular price range before I buy it. But then, obviously, they announced that it was going to be a PS Plus game, so I got it immediately. Super hyped to play this game. Super hyped. It's just the matter of finding time, because this platinum will be a bit grindy. A lot of trial and error, a lot of hours to commit to this game. It'll be really fun though. I love Crash. So, the Dark Pictures anthology, Man of Medan, another PS Plus game. I'm not too hyped about this. I don't know if I will play this. I might do a little bit more research on the game. It's by the same people who did Until Dawn, and I enjoyed Until Dawn casually. I still need to platinum it. It's just a matter of basically installing it and just and just going through it basically. But yeah, Man of Medan, that's truly in my backlog. Like, it might not even be in my backlog. I don't know if I will ever come to play this game, but yeah, but it's, you know, it's always there. If I have a change of heart, it's always going to be there. Here's a different one, Captain Tsubasa, Rise of New Champions. This is an anime football game. I want to, like, part of the reason why I want to platinum games or just have a bit more emphasis on trophies is I want to get as much out of a game as possible. This is a money saving thing, but it's also a way to buy slightly lesser known games, and just different games that you would not have done otherwise or have played otherwise. And this is just a perfect example of it. I don't play a lot of sports games. I used to play a lot of FIFA back in the day, but now I don't. And this is just like the perfect mix of something different but also familiar, because I do like anime. So yep, anime football game, and I have seen a bit of gameplay and it looks pretty wicked. So yeah, dumb fun kind of game. Catherine Full Body. I think this might be one of the more expensive games that I got. I think this was around I want to say £15, but yeah, I think it's hella worth it. I played the original Catherine back on Xbox 360, and this is basically just the revamped version of that original game. I think there's new story as well. I'm sure there's gonna be new modes, new characters, new storylines. And I did finish the original Catherine back in the day, so this is going to be quite refreshing to jump back into this and experience it like it's new. So yeah, it's by the same people who made Persona as well. And yep, that's basically like a seal of approval. Ikaruga. If you know anything about this game, you know that it's really difficult. The platinum is also very difficult. You need to do every chapter. You need to do every chapter achieving S++ rank, and I'm sure that's going to be really difficult. The other difficult one is completing the entire game without using a continue in co-op mode. There is a mode, I can't remember what the mode's called now, but you can do co-op with one controller. So you would be able to control one ship with this half of the controller, and then technically the second player is here. And that technically means you can do two ships at once with just one controller, just like this. So yep, that's gonna be hella challenging if I end up doing that. I played this back on the 360 as well. It's a shoot 'em up, and it's really cool. It's just a really cool kind of short arcade style like game, and yeah, I've got some fond memories with that game. Hard West Ultimate Edition. I've took a bit of a chance on this game. This was only about £2 or something, so there's nothing really holding me back getting this game and just trying it out. This is a strategy game set in like a Wild West environment, but you've also got supernatural stuff going on. I'm sure there's like demons and devils and all of that kind of stuff. This was a PC game, but then it got ported over to console, and yeah, I'm gonna give it a good shot. The trophies look doable as well. I just hope that it's stable. Okay, Note. I bought a game called Note. Obviously, that's my tag, and I don't think I need to say anything else about it. I actually got the bundle for this game, which included the avatars from the game, and I'm currently using one of them for my current avatar, so that's where that's from. I'm sure this is like a puzzle kind of collect-a-thon platformer game, and yeah, I'm really excited to play it. It was around about £5, including the bundle, so yeah, this is gonna be a cool one to do. Dishonored, I played this on 360 and I thoroughly enjoyed it back then. The definitive edition includes all of the DLC as well. With Dishonored, you can play you can kind of play multiple ways. You can do stealth, you can go all in, you can do a little bit of both. There's supernatural powers as well. You can kind of teleport. Yeah, no, this is a really, really cool game, and the environments as well, with the sewers and the bridge and the party mansion level. Yeah, it's a really, really cool game. I'm sure that these are the same developers who did Prey as well. I think it's Arcane Studios. Yeah, so really cool game. We're finally here to the Naruto game. Naruto Ultimate Ninja Storm. This was a game that I played back on PS3. So to give you a little timeline, I was exclusively Xbox 360 for the longest time. But then games started to come out on PS3 that were exclusive PS3 games. This game, this Naruto game, was one of them, was one of those games that were exclusive to PS3. So when I eventually got a PS3, I got this game. I got this game and Heavy Rain, out of all games. It's crazy. I loved this game. I truly, truly loved this game, and I'm gonna have a blast revisiting this game. I've recently got another PS3 because the one that I previously had, I traded in years and years ago. But now I have a PS3, and I could be revisiting games that I played from my childhood. So expect maybe a Godfather 2 platinum video. I don't know. But actually, you should expect a PS3 pickups video soon. I might do that after this one. Just because I now have a few games to talk about. I actually went to CEX not too long ago, and I got some more PS3 games, so yeah, I think that would be quite cool to do a video on that. Nevertheless, we now have Titanfall 2. I've always wanted to play Titanfall, but it just kind of escaped me. Titanfall, you basically play as soldiers, and you control big mechs, and you destroy big mechs. That is basically the game. You can wall run as well. That's quite a cool mechanic. A lot of mobility options as well, and abilities. So I've always wanted to play Titanfall, and now I can with Titanfall 2. There is a bit of an exploit when it comes to the difficulty challenge. You can play on the easier difficulty and then swap to the highest difficulty near the end of the mission, and it will count as the highest difficulty. I don't think I'll bother with that. It depends on how hard it is, obviously, but I think part of the reason why you would want to do the platinum is to actually do the difficulty specific challenge and not cheese it. So yeah, no, I'm excited to play this. Plague Inc. Evolved. This is kind of like a strategy game. I think I played a game that was really similar to this, but it was a Flash game from back in the day. Yeah, so kind of strategy. You look at the whole, world, and you create these different kind of viruses and bacteria and disease, and the main point of the game is to infect everyone. That's about it. That is literally the game. Angry Video Game Nerd 1 and 2. I just hit my desk, sorry about that. Angry Video Game Nerd 1 and 2 Deluxe Edition. This is a love letter to classic retro games from the past, so like the NES and all of that kind of stuff. Angry Video Game Nerd, if you don't know, he's a YouTuber, and he's one of the OG YouTubers. I used to watch him when I was so young. I started watching him when I was in high school. I am currently a graduate at uni, so you know, I've watched him for 10 plus years on YouTube, and for him to have his own video game is quite cool. So that's why I got his game. We're gonna end off the video with talking about the newest PS Plus games. Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1 and 2. I'm sure I played Pro Skater 3 back in the day. I can't remember playing 1 and 2. I did play Underground. I think there was an Underground 2. I think I did that one as well. I did American Wasteland. That was quite a cool game. And I think there was Proving Ground. I think I played a little bit of that game. But yeah, I really like the Tony Hawk games. And to be able to play Pro Skater 1 and 2, you know, remade is really cool. I think the soundtrack is the same as well, which is amazing. So yeah. Last but not least, Yakuza Like a Dragon. As soon as I platinum the Yakuza games that I own, I'm going straight into this game. This game looks fantastic. It's a little bit different to the traditional Yakuza games, because the Yakuza games are traditionally beat 'em up games, but with this one, it's more like a traditional RPG. It's turn-based. You use certain abilities. You know, there's a bit of a turn order. So this is gonna be it's gonna be a very different game, but it's gonna be very similar as well, because it's gonna be the same type of Yakuza attitudes that every Yakuza fan loves, and that has been my recent pickups. I've a chunky amount of games, actually. I'm sure it is 20 plus games that I've went over. I hope you guys have enjoyed watching and listening, and I just want to end off by saying thank you to all of the people who have left lovely comments recently. I was not expecting that, and for you to put positive energy out there into the world is just very, very admirable. So thank you again, guys, and I will see you in the next video. Bye bye.